Hello and good morning. Let's continue where we left off one day before. Because yesterday I slept over and I did not manage to work on my project. But today I managed to get up a little earlier than I hope. And I have half an hour for today's work, and half an hour is better than no hours or no working or no commitment about my game. That's why let's just continue into what we are doing and where we left off. And let me just open my project. Let me just open my notes inside the script in order to continue where I left off. And yes, Visual Studio is loading. Is not yes, chapter and text should be implemented. This is an easier task, rather easy task to do, and this can be done really in half an hour. So let's just start with this one. Let me just check if my chapter and text for the chapter 4 is loading. Chapter 4, next. However, why the opponent does not start? Let me retry again. I mistakenly generate a file. Yes, this is the thing I want. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Null reference. Opponent facing a null reference error. Opponent's blind follower. Blind follower is inside the. Actually, this error is related to null reference inside the opponent class. The opponent's blind follower, as you can see in here, and if I do not want to hard referencing every time, that's why I add a line at my opponent class at the start of my opponent class, start methods of my opponent class, which just goes and goes directly into the parent and look for the spline follower component and make the reference there. So this fix our problem for now and for the future. Yes, the opponent starts the race. Let's just wait for my opponent. Second, third, and after the next one. Why the chapter and condition does not happen? Let's retry again. Okay, something is wrong. Something seems wrong inside chapter 4 GUI. Oh, where is the box collider? There should be a box collider over here. Let's just add the collider and size it down. One, 2, 3. Okay. Still something is missing. Maybe I forgot to add the trigger over here, and let's just add a rigid body also. And this is, I'm not really remembering the tag of this finish line, but let me just check it. Yes, finish. This should work. Yes. This is the negative level length. text. So let's go there, go to my main script, who is responsible for chapter 4 section, and find negative level and tutorial content set load text chapter 4 ended negative language. Let's look for chapter 4 tutorial text are the last ones I added. Let me just add chapter 4 ended negative key value, and where is the positive one? Positive or ended positive, and let me just add this in here. Negative. This is my negative text, but it looks a little longer than I expected. I guess this will not fit in that talking. You don't fit in that talking balloon. So let's just trim some parts of this text. You didn't finish the race in first place this time, but that's okay. Sometimes it happens. Let's start the race. Just remember to watch the heat meter. I have confidence in you. We can definitely win the next. Over here. Let's remember. We can definitely win the next time. I hope that this is short enough. And for the positive text, you made a quiet journey and experienced many digestion processes. Congratulations, you are now a true hero. Then game ends button should appear. Let's return back to our game menu and check that if the negative level ends 1, 2, 3. Didn't finish the race in first place this time. Let's start the race again. Just remember to watch the heat meter. You can definitely win the next time. Perfect. Retry. That's good. That's a good one. That's a good bug this time. Because retry button is not working as expected. So let's just investigate our retry button. So after retry button press it. Let's go to console. Okay. Move any renders. Since I do not move any render in here, I do not need these lines. So this guy said that. Let's go to chapter 4 and load this chapter manually. Let's chapter 4 start at the false. However, when I press the retry button, the opponent does not return back to its starting position. First thing that bothers me, that race has started. No. Start position. Current position. Fixed update inside opponent. Distance with player. No updates. Over. Okay, what was the start position? Players plan follower. Distance. Opponent's plan follower. Follow speed. Get over there. Get percent over there. Let's just load this chapter 4 again and find my opponent. Follow speed, auto revealed. Get distance. No. I want to see the current distance of this guy. Configuration. Speed modifier. Follow speed is 0. Set distance to 0, 1, no, 2. Okay, it should be 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 7. That's it. 7. How about 7? Is it good enough? Yes, it's good. That's good enough. Public void go to start position chapter, return to chapter start position, and just let opponent's plan follower get get distance to 0.07, and let's just add a button over here for speed checking this texture. This is my opponent, this is the button. Down to chapter start position, into chapter start position. But this goes way behind. Oh, I guess that this is not set distance, this is set percent. How about now? Opponent. Yes, this is working. Let's just get the... Okay, when I press retry button, the retry button needed to be aware of the opponent script. Trace has started. The trace has started. No, this is not the method I'm looking for. Return to chapter start position. This resets back to its start position. And how about my main character? Will it also return back to start position? New game. Okay, what's wrong? But why? Why can't you? Start render. Next. 1, 2, and 3. When I press the retry button, my character returns back to its start position, and the opponent is also returned back to its start position. Let's start the race. However, when I start the race, it just finishes it. Because the finish condition, because of this finish condition. So let's just go over that method and find the finish condition over there. Do not 3, not the method I'm looking for. First, no. Yes, the lap complete count by opponent and lap complete count by player is not reset along the way. So when the retry button is pressed, lap counts by opponent and lap should be 0, and lap count by player should also be reset back to 0. Yes, let's just press the retry button. Next, and the race started. Yes, but I do not understand. Retry button. Okay, when I press the retry button, my character goes back to its start position. However, when I retry it returns back to its original position. Okay, this is for the positive level ends. You made a quiet journey and experienced many challenges and processes. Congratulations, you are now at full energy hero. And when I press the next, do chapter on positive. Do add listeners. No, it should call void. It should call the game end method after pressing the next text. Also, let's just fix that also. When the chapter 4 ended in positive, I do not want to show the button as the next button. I want to show that button to the players as endgame button. So first thing I will do is to change the next text from there as endgame text, game button, endgame button text. Yes, this is the I am looking for. This is the do chapter and positive. Let's change the text first, then get end game log to end game here, in order not to forget, change it in the future. Or maybe lol manager instance endgame to endgame. Okay, I will need to remember this section in the future. In our next session, I will need to remember, because as you see, my time is finished for today, and I needed to get up from my desk and needed to go to work. So let me just update my to-do list. And where is the to-do list? Okay, I cannot manage to find this. Just generate no. Just generate language JSON file. Can I add any text file for here to do? Where are my script folders? Create new notepad or something like it in here. No. How about go here and create a new text document as to do list. Actually, I really like text files, and I wanted to keep this list as easy as possible. So let's remove the block in here also, and this is my to-do list. Chapter and text should be implemented. This is already done. I finished it. Little text inside the chapter should be implemented. I cannot manage to do this. The testing should be done on this chapter in order to. Okay, I needed to. I can do it in the next, next video. But first, I needed to write down these notes that after retry button is pressed, player start position turns return back to player, how does it go, player last position, player start position does not reset back to chapter start foundation as in opponent. Yes, this is good. And this is for today. It's rather a small recording, but rather small recording is better than no recording. That's why. Have a nice day, and I hope to see you tomorrow morning or tomorrow within the day for the next session. And thanks a lot for watching till here, if anyone is watched till here. Thank you, bye.